Wow, everybody, the consumer pleasure index came down dramatically and the markets are celebrating in a big way. We have the dollar down sharply, looks like it wants to try this line. Not sure if the yen is going to make another new low. So if this is a scenario with the dollar making a new low, looks like it could happen any day now. You have euro pushing up. Maybe we trade 110, 111 now. Looks like the story. They've even lit up Aussie a little bit. So we'll see if Aussie can make a new high. It's still the weak sister. Cable has not made, well, it's a new recovery high. Perhaps we're going to take out these highs now that the dollar is going to remain under pressure here for a little while longer. But when you look at the yen, are we going to make a second higher low? And that's going to be the question for next week, right? It's Thursday, it's Friday. Are we going to wash out here or dig in our heels at 132? Actually, what you look at in the metals is so far it's a failing rally in gold. Even if it makes a new high, I still say that many of these markets that are celebrating the number today, it is not time to chase the weak dollar. It is not time to chase the tremendous move on the upside in the precious metals. In fact, I've day traded silver short a couple times. Look how we're diverging on the 4-hour. So short from 61, risking $26 on the trade. I think we're within a few days of topping there. S&Ps are getting a pop, but I said there was a possibility that we would make a new high here because it was confirmed, and it's going to be interesting to see how some of the issues like Microsoft is sitting right on a breakdown. Well, so it probably won't, it's not going to break down off the opening anyway. And before I get there, let me talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I believe, is topping here. We have all kinds of divergences. Well, here's a triangle. And it's my assumption that we're going to eventually, this will be a false breakout. So you could say that using interest rate pressure coming off of all of these markets is not a time to be getting long after advances like this and advances like we've had in the precious metals. They look pretty similar. Probably your weakest rally has been in equities. So, you don't chase this either. I believe if you're patient, you'll have a chance at 22 down the line. So be careful about that. Bitcoin, I think, is setting up a short. S&Ps, I think, are setting up a short. The dollar, I'm not prepared to say where I'm going to buy it. And I would say probably sometime next week with the euro taking out the highs and heading up maybe 110, 111. So I only see maybe another 100 pips or so in euro, maybe another 150 pips in cable. Yen, I still think has a chance to hold this 130 level, right? And gold, even though we're up here, and even if we made a new high for a 3 drive, I do think that if you're patient, you'll be able to buy gold under 1900. So don't get FOMO today. It's the last thing in the world you need. I'm looking to sell strength in Apple over the next couple of days against this week's highs. Let me just show you how bad Microsoft closed going into today's number, and you'll see why I'm not convinced about this stock market rally, because Microsoft and the semis have really been the leaders all the way up. They pretty much outperformed a majority of the other indexes. So here, where are we? Okay, here's Microsoft. So look how it closed yesterday, right on the breakout line. And look at this divergence. Okay. So you have the same thing happening in NVIDIA. A lot of the other, here's AMD. It's most likely going to pop. Maybe it is a flag. NVIDIA, I held the case out. It had a very bad day yesterday. But now if NVIDIA gathers up enough mo to rally back to new highs, you're going to have your second divergence. Look at where it's at. So, I mean, even if it goes to new highs here, your RSI is going to have its second divergence. I really doubt, even at new highs in NVIDIA, that the RSI is going to trade above the 80 level. So that's really the theme of the day. Theme of the day is blow off tops here in silver, possible failing rally in gold. See how we close. Dollar heading back towards this return line, which comes in, let's see what it looks like at par 80. I know people have targets around 99.70. S&Ps, still against the 4,200 level. This looks like drive two at least, but definitely divergence in the S&Ps on this, and Bitcoin as well. So all the euphoria that is being accentuated today, I want you to take a deep breath and realize that if you're patient and if you've missed these things, that it's better and more prudent and deliberate to be patient, to wait for the next setup. Here Bitcoin starting to roll over here. And this is what Elliotticians call a wave four, a triangle, which ends with the terminal thrust to the upside. Here we are. So I don't think Bitcoin trades 31,000. I think it's an important top, and it's all going to be part of getting caught up in risk off, and that's when the dollar will turn as well. So good hunting. I'll be with Adam Button tomorrow from Forex Live at FX Button, and talk about what Adam's seeing. Still, it's about halfway in the month, and this is supposed to be the month of being very risk positive, right? April, everyone's hanging their hat on it. We'll be halfway through next week, so we'll see if April can continue. Really hasn't been that spectacular until really today. Really, it got pretty dramatic. So good hunting. We are sponsored by TradeView Markets. Don't just count your pips, count your blessings, and we'll see you in the room.